GM, everyone. Apologies for this late start. I had some technical difficulties, but now I'm here and I'm very happy for all of you joining. Very much looking forward to this workshop. I already see some people that have been in this workshop before, so I hope it's just a good refresher for you. But I also know this hackathon, we have a lot of new people joining us. Huge shout out to Precious in this end. And let me get started right away. I'm Lena. I am Devil Engineer at Celo Foundation. And today we will talk about how to build MiniPay dApps. So how to build real life world use cases for real people. And in this presentation, in this workshop, we will first go through the hackathon, Build with Celo, Transform Rewards and Loyalty. This workshop is part of the activation for the hackathon. If you haven't signed up yet, we'll also share the link for that later. Then a quick intro to Celo and also MiniPay, a quick demo, also like how to set up your coding environment. So you will be ready for Friday for the official kickoff. My advice here is get started already, like to get comfortable with the tooling. So when Friday comes, you can actually start writing your code. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, everyone. So good to have all of you here. Very excited. And we will also have a Q&A. Feel free to just drop in your questions, and then I will answer them in the end. So let's dive right into it. As always, we start with our motto, building with purpose, building for billions, unlocking digital economy for billions of people worldwide with Celo. So what does it mean to build for Celo? Building for Celo means building for mobile and also building for 360K daily active users. That is a very huge number if you're new to Web3. Many blockchains, many protocols are struggling to reach that. One of the reasons is MiniPay, which is why we will get into MiniPay in a second. But these are numbers that are almost reaching Ethereum, which is like a much larger ecosystem. So it's very good, very great ecosystem to build for. Just saying that from my own personal perspective. And this is the hackathon. The hackathon starts this Friday and runs for 3 weekends. So you will have 3 weekends and weeks. I know many people are working, so focus on the weekends. And that's why we try to get as many weekend days into that for you. So it runs from the 28th of June till 14th of July. 14th of July means in Pacific time. So for many people that are based in Africa or Europe, that means 15th in the morning. The hackathon has a prize pool of 10K CUSD. The prices, it's a bit tiny, so I will read it out for you. So the best step built for MiniPay gets 2,500 CUSD. The second prize, 2,000 CUSD. The third, 1,500. And then we have a pool prize that is going to be distributed between all the projects that are eligible. Then we have our partner tracks. We will add another one to this. This is just like still open, because if you count, we are not at 10K with all the prizes that are here, but like one prize is 1,000 CUSD for the best use of OLAS and subquery. We will have a workshop on that on next Tuesday on the 2nd. And then we also have added quests to the hackathon. If you sign up for the hackathon, you get a welcome email where you will also find the link to the quests. We have one quest beforehand for the hackathon starts that officially closes on Saturday. And then we have one quest that runs throughout the hackathon. And maybe I will already drop in the link now, just so you have it all the time. So this is the link to the hackathon. This is the schedule. As I said, we are today at the second workshop. Yesterday, we already had a really great team ideation and team building with very good ideas. So very excited to see this project being built out. Today, we have the Build on MiniPay workshop. This Friday, after the official hackathon kickoff, we will have another ideation and team building workshop. So you can already find your team and use the first weekend really to fully shape your idea and get ready for building. Then we will, one of the things that we have in the hackathons are the milestone check-ins. Next Wednesday is the first one, and then every Wednesday we have a milestone check-in, just to make sure that we understand where you are right now, how to best help you. After the first milestone check-in, we will also introduce you to your mentors. Some people already requested mentors, so I'm trying my best to introduce you as soon as possible to them. And then the submissions is officially on the 15th of July. And then the winners announcement will be on the 19th. Hi, Vikish. Good to have you here as well. We see each other so often. Winners announcement will be on the 19th. So first of all, I know some of you already know about the Celo ecosystem. Many of you are new, so why should you build on Celo? Celo is a EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain, and we are moving to becoming a layer 2 blockchain. But what that basically means for people that are newer to Web3 is we share very similar tech stack as Ethereum. It's kind of you can also develop in Solidity, and deployment is very, very similar. You can use the same tools. You just have to most of the time just change the chain ID. So even if you come from a different ecosystem, most of the time this will be not a lot of the development process will be new for you. We are, like I said, we build with purpose. We focus on actual users and users that, most people on this planet, only have a phone and not a laptop. So we want to provide technical infrastructure and products for everyone. So we have always been mobile first, which also means we have phone number mappings. So if you imagine whenever you onboard somebody, they probably don't get the concept of an address. But we have a tool called Social Connect that you can use, where you can map phone numbers to account addresses, so people can just send money from one phone number to another without ever having to understand addresses or remember an address. Also, we offer very, very cheap gas fees. It's 0.001 CUSD. I think some chains reached that after the upgrade with the blobs in the Ethereum ecosystem. But in general, also if you know more about that, the gas fees will go up again there, and they will have to constantly upgrade. And for us, you can rely on us keeping the gas fees very, very low, which is very important when you want to build any scalable application. Another thing that is very specific about the Celo ecosystem is that you can pay gas fees in different tokens. Most of the time, you can only pay that in ETH or in the native currency like ETH or Sol. In Celo, the default is also the Celo token, but you could also pay it in stablecoins like CUSD. What are stablecoins? They are tokens that are pegged to a real life currency like USD or Euro, but we also offer regional currencies in our chain. I think Celo is the ecosystem with the most diverse stablecoin portfolio, I would say. We have also Cereal, we have Kenyan shilling, we have West African franc as stablecoins. So we really focus on, as I already said, to build for people, to like enable transporter payments, to enable saving for people that don't have access, like in countries with high inflation. And so yeah, these are many of the reasons, but I know there was a lot of information, so let me walk through it quickly again, just so it stays better. We are moving from layer 1 to a layer 2. We are becoming part of the optimism ecosystem, of the superchain ecosystem, which means we are moving closer to the Ethereum ecosystem. For everybody for who that doesn't say so much, it just means that it will become safer for everybody who's trying to like transfer funds from Celo to Ethereum, but also at one point to transfer funds in between different chains. So it will just make it much easier to build multi-chain applications, but also for the users to get a much more seamless user experience. And also to kind of like prevent this fragmented liquidity that currently exists, where like so like very, very useful, very, very great. Also, builders that build on Celo will become eligible for the retroactive public goods from the Optimism ecosystem. I already said this, but we are stablecoin focused. We have the Mentor stablecoins, as mentioned, the CUSD, CEuro, CREAL, and CCAS for the Kenyan shilling. But we also have stablecoins that like USDC and USDT since this year, and more stablecoins coming. Gas can be paid in several tokens. This will also play a role later. Very easy to use, mobile focused, and here you can see a little like snapshot of our ecosystem. We have more than 1,000 projects in our ecosystem, but this is just a selection. You can see the big players like Chainlink, MetaMask, Infura, Hyperlane. But what you can also see is Web2 protocol companies like Telecom and Opera. And this was MiniPay. This is very important. As if you know the Web3 ecosystem, a lot of people are still building only for Web3 people and building this next DeFi staking liquidity application that people outside of the bubble are not really able to use. But also one of the issues a lot of founders run into is having a distribution network. Like, how do you scale your app? How do you get the users? And for that, it's very, very important to rely on Web2 infrastructure, in my opinion. So I will get to that in a second. But closing this like short intro to Celo off is just like I wanted to share with you the opportunities in the Celo ecosystem for builders, but also for founders. For builders, definitely join our Celo Discord, follow us on Twitter. But for like, we also have our governance forum. Celo is decentralized, so all decisions that are made regarding like funding are done in the governance forum. So like, if you really enjoy the Celo ecosystem, if that aligns with your vision, you can get active, you can start contributing, and also like at one point taking like voting and then making decision of like the direction of where the Celo ecosystem is going. The hackathon. I already shared this link. You can see it below. But we have a hackathon series. Like this upcoming hackathon is just part of a 6-part hackathon series. This year we had 4 in the last year. And each of these hackathons have a prize pool of 10K CUSD. And we try to highlight different ecosystem partners, different technologies for builders to like improve and upgrade their portfolio and their knowledge. We also have a grants ecosystem. It has been decentralized more and more. It used to be part of Celo Foundation. Hi, Miri. But I need to. I'm really. Oops. But we now have retroactive public goods funding, which kind of rewards ecosystem like projects that contributed to the success of Celo with like high transaction volume, but also educational projects. And then we have Presenti, which is just like a grants platform, and they actually just released a grant for announced a 25K grant for somebody who is finishing Celo Camp or the startup pathway, which I'm happy to share a link with you, which either you already have a project ongoing or you're planning to like bring your hackathon project in there. The pathway starts at the 8th of July, but even if you're like not, that's just more encouragement for you to finish your hackathon project early and to apply for go through that startup pathway. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities in our ecosystem. Also, we have our own accelerator, Celo Camp, and you can already pre-register for that. And then we also have the Celo Africa DAO incubator. I realized maybe you have to try this link that I just shared without the login. The Celo Africa DAO incubator just closed. I think after this, you should be able to see the session where the projects are presenting. It's very, very great projects. One just went live on Celo. And we continue partnering with several ventures capital and providing accelerators. We're also gonna soon announce a scaling project for any app that is looking to like acquire more users and understand how to scale to like accommodate that, which is our aim also with MiniPay. As I said, 360K daily active users is nothing many chains are yet prepared to host. So that's something where we are very leading currently. We also have our just launched a project called Bloom that is interesting and should be interesting for every protocol that is looking into launching their own tokens. There's like more advanced, of course, but just like to showcase the opportunities in the ecosystem. And now I said already MiniPay. I know some of you know what MiniPay is. I hope if you don't know, reach out. I have cash links for you. They work now. And reach out to me on Twitter, and I will be able to send you one that's kind of like onboards you and provides you with like some gas token to just like seamlessly interact with the let me just get this for you. So reach out. So what is MiniPay? I'm just like saying, reach out, you get a cash link. But MiniPay is a wallet. It's currently only available on Android, but there's a roadmap, so like all the iPhone users, don't worry. And it is inside, like you can get access to it inside of Opera Mini, which is like a phone browser with more than 80 million active users. I already said for a lot of projects, Web3 projects, great projects, they never kick off because they have an issue of like reaching the customers that they're interested. And like Opera Mini really offers this distribution network, which is like, yeah, you can build something great, but if nobody knows about it, it's very like, and you don't have the marketing budget, it will be really hard. And Opera Mini already like did that work. So you can like, if your app gets deployed in MiniPay, you will have access to that like to a large user base. One of the things that is also very special about MiniPay is that it is Web2 focused, so they don't really market it as a Web3 wallet. It is stablecoin focused. I already mentioned that on Celo you can pay for gas fees in stablecoins, and MiniPay is focused on stablecoins because people don't really understand or like are also scared of the volatility of like normal cryptocurrencies, right? But in our case, in this wallet, you would see your balance actually in your local currency like Naira, Kenyan shilling, and but you would hold these stable coins, the CUSD. The wallet itself is like any other wallet. You could also import it to MetaMask. You will be able to find your secret passphrase and your wallet address, but it's a bit more hidden, so normal users are not irritated by it, but only users that have an understanding on how Web3 technology works, they can work with that, right? So I had some people that sent Celo to the wallet, and if you open your wallet just in if you would have your wallet in MiniPay, you wouldn't see that Celo balance, right? But it's not lost. You can just export it, import it to MiniPay, and you will see also import it into MetaMask, for example, and you will see also your Celo balance. So, and this slide is a bit old. It's we currently have more than 2.5 million wallets that have been created with MiniPay. So that's the access that you will get, and the numbers are growing incredibly. Like there's more and more utility and more use for what MiniPay offers, and you should be part of that. Very quick, I will just go through like MiniPay app ideas in a second because we're already like at half. We still have a lot of time, but yeah. What can you build for MiniPay? Basically everything that you feel like is needed to make access to Web3 more accessible, access to financial tools, everything where you feel like Web3 is still lacking. So we're looking at UX, but we're also looking at giving utility to crypto. In many countries, you can't just like easily on and off ramp crypto without like thinking about the legal situation. So how do we like get utility to crypto? So like, there's one app that I will show you in a second where you will be able to pay for airtime, for data, for electricity or cable with your MiniPay wallet, which is, I think, very incredible. Like with crypto, suddenly it's not just like something the way you can save money or where you can like stake something, but you can actually implement that into your normal day-to-day life. For this hackathon is focus on rewards and loyalty. How do like businesses, small and medium businesses, acquire users and like keep them engaged. Blockchain technology is one of the best technologies to, I think one of the best features of blockchain technology is the way of like how you can use it to incentivize people. So we look for you to like build some kind of reward and loyalty management system, gift cards, incentives, understand how do incentives work, how can you add that to your application. You can bring an existing app to this hackathon, just make sure, and we will talk about that in the kickoff, on how you can bring and work on an existing idea. And then there's also some more information, as you can see. Let me just remove this. You could build frames for like a chat, like a social media system with frames. If you know Farcast and if you're a friend of Farcast, build something with that. Build or we are partnering for this hackathon with Subquery and Olas, where Subquery is an indexer, kind of like the graph, and Olas is a provider of autonomous, like they build autonomous agents, AI agents, and have like a very modular system. It's a bit complex, but we have a lot of people already got onboarded in the last 2 hackathons onto this technology, and we want you to like look into how to use that. We want our ecosystem, our builders to learn about AI, understand what kind of benefits this can bring to your application. And so definitely check out that bounty. The workshop for that is on the 2nd of July, so next week, Tuesday. And we might add more bounties as announced. So stay tuned and follow us on Twitter for that. But now we get to the workshop, the most important part for everybody who is going to build for this hackathon. Make sure you watch this video again, like you really make sure you understand this. If you understand all of the pointers that I give you right now, it will save you a lot of time. So let's get started. So just so you know, this is the hackathon. Make sure you sign up. Hi, Isaac. Everybody's showing up. I love this. If you haven't yet, make sure you sign up for the hackathon so you get all the updates as well. If that you get invitation to all the events and also information about the quests, which you don't want to miss. But yeah, the first thing, of course, that we always going to start with is this is our documentation. We can see here, you can see here, it goes right to MiniPay. Here is kind of the explanation on how to install MiniPay. You don't need to follow that if you reach out to me for the cash links. But yeah, you will find all the information that you need. You will learn how to enable the testnet in your MiniPay app. You will be able to understand how to set up your environment in case you don't have an Android phone and you want to test your application and we want to test MiniPay. I suggest either buying a very, very cheap Android phone or just asking your friend. I asked a friend for that. And then now I have Android Studio set up. And then how do you mirror this to your phone? But we will get to that in a second, just for you to know where you can find all the information. Back to the docs, we always recommend everyone to get started with our starter kit, the Celo Composer. A starter kit is very, very useful for Hackathon in case you're not working on an existing project. This will kind of already come with everything that you need for your hackathon project. It has like a hardhat folder. It has everything that you need for your front end. Like it comes with React, it comes with Tailwind, it comes with Vercel to deploy and Next.js. So it saves you a lot of time to focus on what is actually interesting for us as judges and also you. And that is Web3 development. So I will show you, this is our Celo Composer CLI. You just copy this line of code and then you put it in here. And and as you can see, I just choose React as my smart contract framework hardhat. Not going to do a subgraph. And then I call this BWC7 MiniPay. And then you can just say, let's open that. And let me just, okay. So you can use Bjarn or npm. While this is installing, let's just go through these two folders. We have hardhat here with an example contract and an example script. I know a lot of people are using Remix to deploy their smart contracts, but I just recommend you to get used to hardhat if you want to become a smart contract developer, because this is kind of like, in case you want to build a more complex application, you need to understand hardhat, because hardhat kind of lets you create more complex deployment flows. Sometimes you need to set some starting variables, transfer some money. Like the more complex your contract is, then I don't know. I once spent so much time on Remix, always entering everything again and again, and I could have just written a script that would kind of like set all the start variables for me. And it also like here's like you can write your test. Like if you write a test for your smart contract, we will of course like you will get a higher judging from us, and in the end you also need, like if you submit your project, you would need to have your smart contract in this, like in your project, right? Like and just so we can also see that code. And it's super simple to actually deploy the smart contract. Let me just show that to you, because I feel like I have seen a lot of people not using this. So this time I just wanted to very quickly showcase how simple that is. You just need to run npx hat compile, and then you say scripts /deploy.js. Then we have to tell the network, and that is Alpha Joris. Alpha Joris is the oh, now I realize, 1 second, I need to quickly, because I need to of course get my private key, which I will have in a second for you. And okay. Okay, where is my, okay. Okay, now I wanted to show you how fast this is, but I will do that in a second. Okay, cool. Okay, so perfect. Okay, and now I compile this, and before you compile it, you of course have to copy the environment file and add your private key into that. And okay, let me just, I had that, I had moment. Yeah. I was missing one command. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, I will just copy this because this is. Okay, cool. And then it's just a very simple command. I will share that with you. And then you have your smart contract deployed. And then if we check on Celo scan, we have that. One thing that I also wanted to show for everybody who prefers Remix. Okay, we see our contract is created and already verified. So do it to that and your contract will already be verified. If you prefer like using an online IDE, I would actually recommend Atlas CK, because that's so much easier, like in my opinion, than Remix. Ooh, I'm sorry. You just asked me. This is, oh, okay. Okay, this is just something. Maybe I can just choose this and deploy. And and it's very, very simple. I feel like Remix can be very overwhelming, especially if you're new. So this is just to share the command that I was just running with you. This is to deploy the script. But that's the hard hat part. I now will go to the fun part, and then just would be and so as I said, it's ready to be deployed, right? So like if I go here, we have your wallet connect button, and you don't have to add because it's already added. You have like a header. All of this logic is in the header, so don't remove the header, or still just modify it. But yeah, now to the most interesting part. I wanted to show you how to use MiniPay, what is MiniPay, and how does it look? Because this was Celo Composer, this was how you get started to develop. And now let's look a bit at MiniPay. So, okay. So MiniPay comes in Opera Mini Beta. You can see that here. Just a sec. Maybe remove this. And how, like, if you start using MiniPay, Opera Mini, the MiniPay button or plugin is not yet there. You will have to install that through going to our docs files to the links that I send, and then click on that link, or just use the cache link and it will be automatically added. So MiniPay is here. You can find MiniPay and Opera Mini. You can see it's a very simple user interface. You can also see I'm receiving some rewards that you could also receive if you download that. And if you go to settings, you can also, like I showed it in the docs, how you can add the testnet. Very important here for the cache links. If you use the cache links, you have to be in mainnet. Don't be in the developer mode. I was that, and I was like, oh, the cache link is not working. I was actually in the test mode. So make sure you're in the main link. Mini Robert, I don't know what link you want. If you want a cache link, yes, I will show that in a second. So like MiniPay right now, you can see here, it's just like I can add cash. I could do like through a bank, and then I would use MoonPay, right? Based on your location, you will get offered several and different on and off ramps. If I want to send something to the address, I could also find my address here, right? They say only deposit CUSD in this network, on Celo network. So follow that or reach out. So coming back to the question, can I open my web app? I would always tell you, build mobile first, build a responsive web app if you build for MiniPay. I think, like, if you know Uniswap, they always only have something in the middle, right? The rest is clear because you want your app to be used by as many people as possible, and most of the people on this globe only have a phone. So if you click here on this like little round button, this compass, you can go find Discover, and you can find different apps that are inside of MiniPay, like Daily Reward, Play to Earn. And I wanted to show you Pay Bills with MiniPay, right? Where you can buy airtime, data, or electricity. And this is already available in Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya. MiniPay is so far available in Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana, but also in South Africa, launched. Yay! And I think Uganda already or soon, and more countries coming soon. So it's really, really exciting. We also had some like hackathon participants build actually an on-ramp, an on and off-ramp for Uganda, because they were like, we also want to use like make it easier for people to interact with Celo. So how do you show your web app? I just showed you I have this app, but I actually wanted to show you another application because that already has this already has, I added some buttons. I will also share the repository with you, so you can kind of like see what kind of structure you can use to like, and how to like implement contract calls into your front end. So how do I realize I need to zoom in. Thank you, Isaac, for like reminding me earlier. So right now I need to also, like, my app is running. Let me show it to you. It has here, I can use one CUSD to my address. I do that, and then this happened. And while we're waiting for that, just because as you can see, I'm very rich on testnet. And now we sent the 0.101 USD. But of course, you will need test tokens. And how do you? Oh, that was not the right one. How do you receive these test tokens? As I said, MiniPay uses CUSD, not Celo. So Celo and CUSD are two different tokens. So if you want to receive CUSD, you need to uncheck Celo only. And then you can, first of all, if you haven't added AlphaJo as testnet yet to your MetaMask wallet, you can do it through that button. It will also add all of these tokens to your wallet, right? So then you don't have to like add token manually, right? Like if you know, whenever you can't see something that you can see in Celo Scan Explorer, you probably need to import tokens. And then you can add that with the address of the token, right? In that case, we already do this for you. And if you uncheck Celo only and then click on the faucet, you will receive the tokens. Also see USD and see Euro and see Real. So important here, the faucet. I already put it. But we wanted to look at how do I show my web app in MiniPay. For that, I need to kind of create a tunnel to mirror my application. You could also probably like do your IP address and then localhost something, but you can also use ngrok. This is kind of a library. Never use that for like real life something. That's like, it's also being used for scams and like stuff. So like you shouldn't trust if somebody sends you a link with that. You never know what's going on. But for your own testing, you can trust yourself. And the only thing that I just need to do is enter one command, which is ngrok http and the port. So I would do ngrok http 3001, and I'm creating. And now I can just copy this link. I will go to MiniPay. In the site tester, you could put in any URL, but we do put in this URL. And then we have, it's not loading. Wait, let me reload. And now we see also, again, the same buttons, right? That we saw here. And let me just put this side to side. Just because I also want to show you the difference. Here I can see my wallet, my buttons. I can see choosing the network and my amount and my wallet address. Here this button is removed, and this is very important. MiniPay is, as I said, is focused on Web2 users. We don't want to show a wallet connect button. Nobody, like, your users shouldn't be getting confused by that, because they are using MiniPay only on Celo mainnet. So why should they have to be able to choose the network? And they are using phone numbers to send money. So why do they have to see the address, right? And in their main interface, they can see their balance. So your application, when you build your application, please also remind yourself of like the user interface, the user experience that MiniPay offers, and that you like really think about how can you create the same experience with the app that you are building. So I wanted to show you. Yeah, cool. And now you can see here, this is kind of when your MetaMask pops up, right? And then you have to kind of sign. But they also like use a different language, just like to make it more comfortable like for the users. Right, does this work? I think maybe not. Okay, what I like, the last thing that I wanted to show you is the most important, how to switch testnet for MiniPay. And that is in the documentation, and you can find it here, this link. It's very simple. So what I wanted to show you in this is in the code is how do you kind of like remove this button, right? And you can, as I said, the logic for the wallet connect button is in the header. So in the header, we have this part of code, and this is what you can use everywhere. And it's basically just checks if here it checks if it's connected, if there's a wallet connected, right? And then here it checks if it's MiniPay. And if your app is opened in MiniPay, you would add the same logic as in Celo Composer, and Celo Composer already comes with that. So again, another reason why it would be great to use it, or just copy some code. And then you will just hide the connect button whenever you open that in MiniPay. But if you want to have other people use your app in web app, people can use it, right? Just in MiniPay, they have a little bit of a different user experience. Just also wanting to show you here, this is the code library that we have kind of prepared for you, just like how to get the user's address without using any library, check CUSD balance of an address, and if transaction succeeded for like the success kind of like pop up. And one important thing here is like you can see here, create public client, right? You can see here we're using Veeam as the library, and this is really, really important. You should use Veeam or WhatMe. Don't use Ethers.js or Web3.js because they won't work in MiniPay. And the reason for that is that with both of these libraries, you can kind of like adapt the gas fees, but with Ethers.js and Web3.js, you can't. These two libraries you can use for your front end. WagMe is built on Veeam. It's kind of like just specific for React hooks. So I can recommend both. But this is also what we use in the examples. So like, okay, Gabriel. So you asked, what if a user sends Celo tokens to your MiniPay or any other token on Celo? What will you do? I will do a very it's first of all, don't make people send that to you. Just give people your phone number. But okay, now. So you just go to your settings. You just go to. This is, by the way, how you add the developer mode. You can also go to your about. And in your about, first of all, this is how you add your developer mode, and you have to click on the version until until it will say developer mode activated. And here you can find your secret recovery phrase. And then you would just export your wallet and go to MetaMask and add a new wallet into MetaMask. And then you can access your Celo tokens. So nothing is lost. Everything is okay. I think, let me just get back to the slides. I think the last thing is, again, reach out to me if you have not installed MiniPay yet, and I can send you a cash link. And the next thing is quests. If you sign up for the hackathon, you will find a link to the quests. Do the quests. They are really fun, and they will also help you get ready for the hackathon. Yeah, last but not least, make sure you sign up for the hackathon not to miss any updates. And also add that to your portfolio. I know there's a question, where will CUSD collections go? I assume you mean where does the gas fees go that you pay, right? These like 0.001 tokens, CUSD. So gas fees, normally they go to, like, all of this, you can find that for each blockchain. For Celo, that is specific, like I think 50% is like in most chains, a part of the gas fees are being burned, then a part goes to like the community, and a part goes to keeping like the main core contributors, kind of like paying the main core contributors. So in Celo, I don't know, like if you are familiar with the ultra, why do I always forget that? On like Ethereum, you have this like ultra sound money, and we have something similar on we have something similar which is called ultra green money. So because Celo is a carbon negative chain, so we offset more carbon credits than like more carbon than we produce with our energy consumption. Celo also has been investing for years into refi projects that have focused on creating financial systems around environmental causes. Yeah, but I think your question was a different one. When you sell a service and the user pays, which account will the payment go? That's up to you. Yeah, you can decide. You will probably create a smart contract here, right? And then the money will go, like if people interact, if they pay, the money will go to that smart contract address, right? We just open that smart contract here. This smart contract is called lock, and in this specific contract, you can read there's like a withdraw function, right? Like, so if you write a smart contract, you need to have a withdraw function. So like you as the owner or somebody, or like the money, so like the most simple version would be the owner of the smart contract withdraws the money. But if you want to create something more production ready or something safer, you would probably also have a safe with multiple owners who then can share the responsibility of like approving funds and transfers and so on. Any more questions? I think yeah, that would be that's what, how do you claim that is a very great question. Thank you so much. So everybody who signed up for this event will receive an email with when the POAP is ready to claim. And that should be There's a tiny technical difficulty. The pop was supposed to be ready, but it will be ready hopefully in the next hours, and then I will send you an email with so that you know that you can claim it. And to claim it, you will just go to the event page where you signed up, the Lemonade page, and there you will see a little pop, and you just have to click claim, and then you can claim the pop for the session. Okay, amazing. Cool. I can also connect you to again share like the, but yeah, we just connect on Discord. Also, for everybody who is looking for teams, join our Telegram, join our Discord. You will get the links when you sign up. Also, please make sure you follow our Discord, just our Twitter account, just so you don't miss any updates, and also maybe get some shout outs at one point if you're a winner. The hackathon starts on this Friday. You can find all the information on the hackathon page. As you can see here, you will see that in your local time. So probably 5 p.m. West African time, 6 p.m. East African time. And the kickoff, like the hackathon, is at the same time as the official kickoff. Make sure you join that. I will share information about submission guidelines, in general hackathon guidelines, about the prices, about the whole process, and how you can also get your mentors assigned. So make sure you join that, and you will also get a pull-up for that. So Shinagom, you can also like, have you joined the Celo Discord? Because that should be where you can find Bob, Isaac. This is the link to the Discord. Make sure you join it. Make sure to pin. I will just show you what I do. I closed it. Make sure you pin the build with Celo. Make sure when you join the Discord, you choose the developer role, and that you pin the build with Celo channels on the top to your favorites, just so you don't miss any updates. Okay. I wish everybody a great evening. Get ready, and I see you on Friday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.